Make una come see person wey Bola Ahmed Tinubu talk say na e adviser. Na person wey know say go fit lead Nigeria forward along with am. Make una come see WiKE wey Tinubu highly esteem say e go work. This same WiKE na e talk say e wan build the vice president house where he go dey stay, dey sleep, dey chop also for 15 billion naira. E no consider any better thing. Then the next thing he say for adverts and anything that has to do with media or anything now because na money na they find money. He say he give 60 billion to that one. These people they don't get sympathy. In fact, they don't get conscience again at all. Inside this mago, this yama where everybody there for Nigeria. So now they want say project they don't abandon. Say they don't abandon the project of the vice president's house for many years, from 10 to 10 where they enter. He say right now, he want destroy that one, making it a red new one. Say the one way he want build, say na 15 billion naira. Now he want to build am. The question when me want ask for this 15 billion naira, Shetima not be human being, not be human being. Not be only one room and one sleep at a time. Not be only one room and country people. If they build one room for them or build two flat for them, it not rich. Or he go in house, go sit down, not rich. See, I watch this news over and over again. I can't wonder say wetin really dey wrong with our judicial system. Our judiciary now put us for the wahala we dey so now our judiciary. Now, not only the judiciary now, when I still remember from the very first one wey happen, that INEC chairman. So the people will be say he put us for this wahala. So when the repercussion will come, I pray, may God Almighty make them receive the largest portion. My country people, no end for there. Hey, Rufai, fire am. Dr. Bati, fire am. He say, which kind nonsense be this one? They say, which kind yama nonsense be this one? When they talk, say, at this particular time, when Nigeria don't enter what they call inflation, they don't inflate all the prices of everything. And now it's not even times 10 again. Now one person wey sit down saying na presidential lodge, now he want build. My country people. In fact, as you see they talk, so una no say this same period. The people wey be say for Lagos matter where they destroy their house, they are still going through a lot. In fact, nobody is even answering them. Person just dance in the middle of the night. They come knock for your door, so they want to destroy your house. Which kind thing be this one? Why must they target a particular set of people? Now this one I can see me Peter Obi can react concerning this matter. Say this thing not good at all. It not good. Una not fit make people homeless. Waiting una never begin to the rebuild. Una don't they destroy them. There is no plans yet, so we not hear anything. Say okay, see as they want to do that place. See the structure where they want to put for there. See the thing where they want to do there. See how they want to make the place there because in a swamp area. Yeah, now they build their Igbo people go build their house. Put okay, if they don't destroy and see their plan. No, nothing, no communication, just wickedness for wickedness sake. See, in a normal way, people want to destroy their house. Now, fair pay them. After I don't pay them, tell them, say me they pack their things, come out, then una fit destroy. If una pay equivalent to the money with the house worth, you can't just destroy people's properties and their buildings, make the rest. Beg, I go leave una make this video play where my country people. It's gonna be Bod Tv pod where we they analyze all the trends where they happen. Una do well.
In another development, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom WiKE on Thursday, said plans are on the way to spend 15 billion naira for the construction of a new residence for the Vice President, Kashim Shettima. WiKE disclosed this when he appeared before a House of Representatives committee to defend the FCT 61.5 billion naira 2023 supplementary budget. WiKE told the lawmakers that the construction of a new residence for the Vice President was approved in 2010 by the Federal Executive Council at the cost of 7 billion naira. but that the project was abandoned. The lawmakers questioned the minister on why he plans to spend such an amount on a building or building an edifice for the vice president. Well, WiKE said that it was to give the vice president a befitting residence. All right. I mean, this is it. This is what we are facing. This is what we are facing. 15 billion naira for the residence of the vice president. Let me just read something. Back in November, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had signed, the 2.17 trillion supplementary budget into law. And in that Appropriation Act, the federal government allocated 2.5 billion naira to the renovation of the Aguda House as the vice president's residence. Another 3 billion was earmarked in the 2023 supplementary budget for the renovation of the vice president's residence in Lagos. The government also earmarked 4 billion for the refurbishing of the presidential residential quarters and an additional 4 billion for the construction of an office complex within the state. I mean, Dr. Abati, please, you have been around the government. 15 billion naira, is that what we should be spending? I mean, why is it important to build a new residence, not refurbish, not renovate, build a new residence for the vice president? He does have a place to live.
I think we keep making this point again and again, that many of our leaders in positions are not sensitive to the feelings of Nigerians. The way Mr. WiKE was reported as stated in the newspapers, I mean, many Nigerians will feel scandalized.
Absolutely.
Because the point is, the Nigerian government is always telling us to make sacrifices, But we don't see our leaders making enough sacrifice. Look at the National Assembly members in considering the appropriation bill that has now been brought by the president. They are more interested in constituency projects, how palliatives can be handed over to them to execute. So this is part of the problem. And we keep getting the kind of wrong signaling. Now, what is Mr. WiKE's explanation when he was defending the supplementary budget? Number one, he said that it was the military that built Aguda House. Aguda House is up to now the official residence of the Vice President of Nigeria. Now, as you pointed out, we have been told that 2.5 billion was earmarked for the renovation of that Aguda House in the 2023 supplementary budget. And that has been passed by the National Assembly. So what happens to that 2.5 billion that has been passed? An additional 2.8 billion to renovate the residence of the Vice President in Lagos. So one would think that, okay, if renovation would help to give the place, to make the place more befitting, you can't argue to that. But Mr. WiKE is insisting that the way the Vice President of Nigeria can have a befitting residence is for a brand new edifice to be erected. While there may be people who agree with that, many Nigerians will also say this is not the time for that.
Absolutely not.
And the contractor has increased the cost of this new edifice from 7 billion to 15 billion. I mean, inflation. Over a period of 13 years. Yeah. No, we understand. Yeah. We understand, to 15 billion naira. And the minister is saying FCT has already provided for 5 billion to start the work. Okay, we should go and check. When that building was approved in 2010, has some work been done there? Has the contractor collected some money? What is the state of the construction?
Well, he clearly said that it was abandoned. It hasn't been built.
Well, if he says it was abandoned, it means something was started. Okay? It means something. If it's an abandoned project, some processes must have gone into it. Well, the lawmakers should have asked for details in that regard.
Why was it abandoned in the first place?
Well, subsequent administrations didn't consider it a priority.
Thank you.
So they just left it at that level. If the renovation of the building is done, I think this is one of those projects we can keep on hold. And I'm sure that the Vice President is not the one pushing for it.
I'm sure.
It's Minister WiKE pushing for it and saying he will deliver the building by May 2023. There must be some other priorities that he can treat as a matter of urgency. Maybe when the economy improves and Nigerians are in a better place, if they like, they can go and build 50 billion structure. But for now, Nigerians say that would be a lot. Now, Minister WiKE said something that was even surprising there. 60 million had been earmarked for publicity in the supplementary budget. Now he says he has increased it to 2.8 billion for publicity.
I saw that.
And when the question was asked, he said, no, you have to use money to make money. Now, this publicity, what is it? Placement of adverts? How will publicity be used to make more money?
Yes, now.
So these are the kind of expenditures
to pepper his enemies.
That people are worried about, and our public officials should just be sensitive to the feelings of Nigerians.
It's to pepper his enemies now. Can't you remember when he said we've given some people newspaper, we didn't give some people? It's to pepper us his enemies now. Oji, all I'm just going to say is, if we are sensible, if our leaders are sensible, you better cancel that 15 billion and cancel that money to be spent on renovation.
Correct.
Number 10 Downing Street, the British economy is way bigger than ours. Number 10 Downing Street is 339 years old house. That's where every world leader goes to visit the British. Guess what some prime ministers complain about number 10 Downing? It's too small. But they dare not say they want to go and build new prime minister's house.
Talk of bringing out 15 billion.
Talk of building 15 billion. Oji, that house you are seeing is 339 years old. It was started in 1682. It was completed in 1684. These guys don't care. They are wobbia. Eat. All of Nigeria. May God not allow them eat this country to do.
I mean, Rufai, thank you for bringing out that fact.
What you say for wisdom is that if you work at the altar, you can eat at the altar. But don't eat the altar itself.
This one will eat the altar. They want to eat Nigeria.
All right, well, this needs to be reviewed. The President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo Worldwide, Emmanuel Nwanyanwu, on Thursday appealed to the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to intervene in the ongoing demolition of buildings in Lagos State, which he says affects a significant number of Igbo-owned properties in the state. Nwanyanwu made the appeal at a press conference in Abuja, where the Igbo Social Cultural Group met with stakeholders to establish an Ohaneze relief agency to support Igbo citizens in distress and other Nigerians in need of help. Nwanyanwu promised to meet with Sanwo-Olu to appeal for the suspension of the demolition exercise until all facts are cleared.
I've been watching with pens some children crying. I have seen a pathetic site where children came back from school, their home is being demolished, they were crying, they were shedding tears. I was moved as a human being, as a father. I know what is I come back and see my children crying because they're now a few hours before they had a home, now they are homeless. It's a very painful thing. I'm investigating the matter. Any of our people who actually had a proper approval by the agency and whose home is being destroyed, Ohaneze will stand by them to make sure that reparation is paid to them. And I pray if Tinubu take a position on this matter, this thing will change, because as a governor of Lagos State, we didn't have any problem. So I believe that will help.
Well, Ohaneze has called on the president to weigh in on the matter, and I think he made a good point there, saying that this thing has been going on for years. I mean, we have heard from some citizens in Lagos saying that, they've been having conversations with the Lagos State government about their demolition, and now that is happening under a new administration, it is quite worrisome. But in the meantime, one of the affected victims, Henry Arinzechi, who is the chairman of King's Royal Estate in Festac, has claimed that his home was demolished by the Zonal Southwest FHA Lagos and not by the Lagos State government. Arinzechi made the claim on our nightly news program, Newsnight. He further alleged that the FHA is involved in racketeering for the purpose of allocating land to the highest bidder, and called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to weigh in on the matter.
We are homeless. Some people are now in the hospital because of the trauma. Do you know that some of us were given only 1 hour in the wee hours of the night to vacate our houses? And if you refuse, they will throw tear gas in your room, in your houses. They don't even want to know whether there are newborn babies in that house. My windscreen, the windscreen of my car got broken, and I had a black eye because I asked them, why should they be here by this time? See, I want you to also know that there are another dimension to this matter. There are land racketeering in Lagos FHA here. I don't see the reason why a contravention bill will be issued to us and we are responding. We are paying. As I am talking to you, I have receipt of payments I made. I have contravention issued to us. But the Lagos FHA here turned a deaf ear. They are breaking those houses to give it to other people that may have paid, or people they want to reallot the land to. They are claiming that those people had that allocation donkey years ago. They have never proven that.
Arinzechi has brought another dimension to Lagos demolition. We've heard from, the Commissioner of Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab. He's talked about the fact that, those people that built houses built it in contravention of the laws. And, well, however, in the meantime, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 elections, Peter Obi, on Thursday, faulted state governments carrying out demolition of buildings. Reacting through a now viral post on X, Obi said the demolition exercise is heaping more hardship on hapless citizens who are already battling with multi-dimensional poverty. The former Anambra State governor added that now is not the time to embark on a demolition spree, given the prevailing economic hardship across the country. His tweet reads in part, "Even if there were some violations, as the government are claiming, this critical time is not auspicious for such an exercise, knowing the hardship in the land and the consequences it will have on the poor who are struggling to make ends meet with their little resources. The poor in our midst who are putting their meager resources are going through very severe financial stress that should not be multiplied further. In some cases, the properties being demolished are the lifetime savings and retirement abodes of the aged and incapacitated. My appeal, therefore, is for the respective governments involved in this act to consider the hardship in the country and try to put a human face to their action. While we should enforce sensible regulations, all actions of the government must show compassion."
Me, I spent one whole day yesterday at Abule Ota, the venue, Abule Ado, the venue of the demolitions. Spent one whole day yesterday there. And what you said was very much in order. It is not a question of demolishing buildings that had peppers and authorizations. See, Alaba Market, I was there when late Luiscano carved out that place and gave to Ndibo. And Ndibo refused to go there because it was swamp and so far away from Lagos. I and a few people like him, Ndusikano, Ebitukiwe, and others, appealed to Ndibo to go there and do what they know how to do. And they went there and turned the swamp into plazas now. And then eyes are being raised. Wherever you have authority, legitimate purpose, and you build and it is demolished. As he said, Ohaneze will come to support the war against you. In fact, our people have built extensively in this place. A number of them have papers. A number of them have only numbers awaiting certification from Federal Housing Authority, not Lagos State Government, as a matter of fact. That zone, the entire place, is Federal Housing Authority, not Lagos State. I was there the whole of yesterday. And it's really very painful. Some of them built without permit. Some of them, I saw one that was built quite close to the road, so it was demolished. So, no problem on that. But many others, they say they have papers, I didn't verify. Actually, I think Lagos, Oba, and many others, various villages in Lagos, should be given Igbos traditional title for making what would have been uninhabitable habitable.
Yes.
Yes. It's very clear. These are places that nobody would have ventured to make habitable, but they went there. So swamps, deep depth of about 6 feet. They closed it up and then piled and then built. So I am, rather than casting aspersions on Igbo, building in Lagos and other places, they should be given titles.
This is Bod TV Bod. In case the first time you come here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more uploads.